Are you kidding me or what, guy? It's me, your host. I took the mask off, I took the glasses off because I want to show you the face. I want to show you how hyped up I am, okay? Let me get these bad boys on. OMG, I am happy to be here. I'm happy to be here, and so is this vein. Yes. Yes. A little hot because I'm chubby. Should I pour a little drink down my... Oh, that'll wake you up. Woo. I was hot, and sometimes you gotta do that. I'm not faded, but my shorts are. Look at those bad boys. Oh yeah, I'm rich. Did you see that? Did I make you throw up? Are you eating? Jeans in the heat. Are you an alien? It's 107 out, and I'm seeing people wear jeans. Hey, guess what? If you're looking for the aliens, that's them. By the way, Elon is an alien. Have you seen who he's doing? Grimes? Yeah, how about you just change it to Grimy? Gee, it looks like she lives in a gutter. Elon, I thought you were a billionaire. Have sex with someone that's clean. Geez, you don't want to catch the HIV, right? Eesh. I guess you don't have to be scared of that anymore. You don't want to catch the cove, right? Weird weather, though, right? And I'm not talking about, like, the weather got a pearl earring and blue and green hair. I'm talking how it was like 107 here in the Bay Area, and then thunderstorms and rain out of nowhere. Now humidity, now it's hot again. My body doesn't know what to do. My balls don't know what to do, and my brain doesn't. I got a phone call from my uncle. My uncle goes, what is this weather? He has a weird accent. What is this weather? I must have come from China. This is that Chinese weather. Yeah, they brought this over too. Yeah. You could tell who he voted for, right? My uncle is wrong. You know who's doing all this with the weather? Zeus. That guy is so drunk right now. He's like, I just want to fuck with him. They think it's hot? Fuck it. Let's make it rain. Just to really screw with the people. And by the way, I'm not a bald head. And I'm not a skinhead. I'm a lovely head. Like to find someone that give me a lovely head. My friend came up to me the other day and was looking at my mask and goes, it's dirty. And it looks like there's shit on it. I go, yeah. How else do you eat ass in 2020? Duh. People, right? Am I right or am I right? By the way, we're living in a simulation. An Arizona simulation. What state is this? I'm telling you, I walked out, saw 107. I was so miserable, I wanted to kill myself 107 times. That's how bad it was. You can't have a smile in the heat. And if you do, you're probably on hardcore drugs. And my email is midnightinthebaypodcast@gmail.com. Help me get through this heat, druggies. We can't be upset about breastfeeding. Okay, let's normalize breastfeeding. This is a movement I can get behind. Actually, it's a movement I can get in front of, if you know what I mean. Big fan of the side boob, and if you're not, you shouldn't be alive. Even the gays love side boobs. Trust me, I've had a couple hit on me. Look at these bad boys. If you don't like side boob, you're an alien. And if you don't like breastfeeding in public, get out. Scram. Beat it. Well, don't beat it, but just not in front of us, okay? When drinking, if you say it's for a celebration, the guilt is gone. See ya. That's why I celebrate life every day. Hang on, let me grab a drinker. Ooh, that's good. That's real good. By the way, why can't there be good outbreaks? Let's think about this. We got the COVID. We've had the SARS. Why haven't we had like an outbreak that makes your dick bigger? That's an outbreak that people could spread. And then the people against going out and spreading it, those are the guys who already have big dicks. And the problem is with that outbreak is you don't want someone to get too big of a dick. You know, that's like a third leg. And they don't make pants with 3 legs. So I'm just saying, come out with why can't there be an outbreak of Skittles? Oh my God, there's Skittles with extra sugar. Be on the lookout. Oh yeah, I'm on the lookout. You know, it's always negative with the outbreaks. Always. By the way, I'm sweating like a nun. I know. Researchers at University of Columbia say they have created a nasal powder that can help fight the coronavirus. It's called cocaine. You know, they never come out with drugs that don't kill you. I want a drug that I could take, make me feel better, and don't kill me. Don't enlarge my heart. Don't make the heart stop. They know about cocaine and heroin and opiates. Somehow this stuff kills you. Why can't they make the drug not kill you and make you feel good? It'd solve a lot of issues. People wouldn't die. Suburb kids would be alive. You know, and they're fighting the COVID virus over there in Russia. Did you hear this? Putin said he has a vaccine. He tried it on one of his daughters. But he wouldn't tell us which one. You know what I mean? It's like, that guy, he doesn't give a fuck. Oh yeah, I'll try it. I'll give it to a family member and see if it works. That's messed up. You couldn't find like a billy goat out in the field? You know? Hey, Cassandra, come over here. There you go. What's this? I don't know. This guy's treating his family like a guinea pig. What a fucking savage. This guy doesn't give a fuck. I've always been creeped out by the Russians, by the way. When I was a kid, I saw one of those dolls that you take apart, and then it's a smaller doll, and then you take it apart, it's even smaller, and it gets all the way down to a little small. I thought that's how the people were. I thought they change in size and they can do that. My mom was like, do you want to go to Russia? And I said, no. I don't want to go somewhere that has creepy dolls as people. I know, I was definitely a really smart kid, as you can tell. But this whole coronavirus thing, it's got me thinking, I'm actually happy my grandfather died in November. I don't even want to say, but like, dying of a tumor in 2019 is so much better than dying of all this wackiness in 2020. Like, first off, my grandfather wouldn't have been able to handle 2020. He was super old, super white, germaphobe, you know, fought in a bunch of wars. How do you think he would have dealt with these protesters and looters? And just last week, Cal football, his favorite team to follow, canceled their season. That shit would have killed him. It would have been a horrible last year with him. At least he went out with dignity, and he went out with a friend, you know, to the tumor. So, you know, I hear on the news, I hear people saying, old people are dying from COVID. Old people aren't dying from COVID. Old people are killing themselves because they can't take or fathom change. You know, like, oh my God, blacks are getting rights. Ugh. I'm telling you, these white people, they don't get it. These older white people, they're getting upset that we're having multicolored women and other genders, bis, trans, coming into the Senate. And I'm like, yeah, how do you think we solve these issues that we don't understand? We get the people that understand them. We get people from different backgrounds. That's how you solve stuff. And I don't get it, guys. I have not a fully developed frontal lobe. I still watch cartoons. I'm a lactose intolerant denier, okay? I'm not that brilliant. I'm just kind of brilliant. And these old people, they haven't figured it out, you know? You get these different people in the office, we solve issues. And this is what I'm saying. This is why you should come out with and offer homeless people or a homeless person a spot in the Senate. How about a drug dealer? Or a nail salon owner? Or a GameStop manager? These people would help us understand stuff. But nah, let's get the old white guys in there, right? These old white people, I'm telling you, I was hanging around them. I guess that's why I'm talking about it. But these old white people, it's funny. They crack me up. And then they get irritated with immigration, you know? Old white people always complaining about too many people coming in. How about you stop bragging about it? Everyone brags about how great the USA is. That's like saying, hey, I'm at a great party. And you're telling some people that aren't at the party how great it is. You don't think they're going to show up? They're at home with grandma snoozing on the couch, just ate their 5th bowl of cereal. You don't think they want to go out and do a little disco dancing at Billy's house? No, they're coming over to Billy's house. So if you don't want people to come over, stop talking about how great it is. When you have a party and you don't want that many people to come, you don't tell people. You just leave it alone. You let a couple people know. You know? That's why I won't fall for these scams. You know, oh, you can make a lot of money selling this. Why are you telling me? Why are you emailing me? You know what I mean? That's a scam. If someone emails you and they go, I know how you can make a lot of money. Bye. Because if you knew how to make a lot of money, you wouldn't be telling us. Guys, that's how you could tell if it's a scam. If someone says that's not a family member or a friend, I can make you a lot of money. Bye-bye. See ya. And I don't know if you could tell by my intro, I am pro-young. I'm pro-young people. Speaking of young people, I'm trying to get hip, right? I buy the glasses. I got the champion shirt on. Yeah. I may have faded shorts, but I'm hip, baby. I smoked some moon rocks the other night, because that's what the kids are smoking. Oh yeah, I felt like I was on the moon. I was floating over my body. I was like, no wonder kids nowadays are so weird. I'm like looking down like them. Hello, I'm like, can't make eye contact with anyone. It's crazy that they're actually smoking stuff from the moon. Well, I don't know that exactly, but it felt like it was on the moon. I'm like, no wonder astronauts are so weird. You know Buzz Aldrin? He's been smoking these moon rocks for years. That's why he's such a kook. I said kook with a K. I felt so odd. I was out of my mind. And have you ever gotten just blasted lit and then you watch a horror movie? Oh my God. I thought that was real. I watched the new Child's Play. It's the rebooted Chucky movie. Wow. That blew my mind. After I watched it, I heard my door open and I'm like looking for a little guy. I was like, get a hold of yourself. But really, it's the moon rocks that were getting a hold of me. I'm telling you, I was ready to call Elon and say, I'm ready for launch, baby. I was gone, but see that movie. I like the Child's Play. I'm not a big horror movie fan, but Child's Play was great. The plot, which really blew my mind because it's really up with the times, is a Chinese guy in the factory where they build these toys, these Chucky dolls. He is like pissed. The boss is treating him like shit. It looks like his wife is leaving him. He's drinking. He's just distraught. And he has one of the Chucky dolls and he turns off all the regulations to just make it go crazy once it gets to America. And I was thinking, this isn't the first time China's released something that's fucked up white people. This Chucky doll fucked shit up. I'm not gonna ruin anything, but Chucky cuts the head off of the kid's boyfriend who owns the doll and puts the head right on the desk of the kid. And the kid wakes up and like, oh, maybe we should kill the doll, maybe we shouldn't. Kill it. If I see someone's decapitated head, A, I'm passing out because I don't like blood. B, I'm burning, I'm shooting, I'm doing every little thing you could do to kill something. I'm doing it to that Chucky doll. But he's like, well, should I kill it? Should I not? What do you think, guys? This guy's calling friends like he's on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Hey, I got a lifeline. Should I kill this doll? He just decapitated my mom's boyfriend's head. That's in horror movies, when people don't take action, that's when I'm like, fuck it. That's when I become a psychopath, and I'm like, just kill her. Just kill the kid. You know, just wreck shit, Chucky. He hasn't learned his lesson yet. You ever watch horror movies and you're like, don't go into that house. Please, whatever you do, do not go in that house. And they always do. They always go into the house, and it's just like, I can't feel bad if you get murdered. I'm sorry. Am I a psychopath? Maybe. You guys know what I'm talking about. By the way, speaking of Chucky, my son asked me if he can show me what he learned on YouTube. And I'm like, sure. He punches me in the face and says, boxing. I'm like, can you say the boxing part first so I can block? This kid, so funny. He doesn't know how to communicate with people, which isn't funny when he punches a stranger in the balls. That's happened once when he was a baby. So, kid's part, ninja. I really gotta start blocking those boxing videos too. I don't want this guy to become a better fighter than me. Every time I slap his mom on the ass, he comes up to me, what are you doing to my mom? And starts hitting me. And I'm like, dude, am I gonna have to break your arms so I could slap your mom on the ass? You know? You gotta do what helps you in life. So, Nick, come here. No, I wouldn't break his arms, I'd break his legs. It's common sense. By the way, did you know Michael Caine is the Morgan Freeman of England? I was thinking that. Every British movie I've watched, Michael Caine's in it. Michael Caine and Morgan Freeman need to come out with a movie. Michael Caine. You know how you say Michael Caine? My cocaine. I wonder if his parents named him that. Hey, they're just fucked up druggies. Let's just name him My Cocaine. How funny would that be? Yeah. And then the hospital is like, there's no way they want to name their kid Michael My Cocaine. I think they said Michael Caine. And that's a true story. That's real. A person with damage to the right part of the brain can develop a joke addiction. Did you know that? I had no clue. It makes sense though. I've gotten hit by a bus, a car, a football player. It totally makes sense. I guess if you have damage, all you want to do is do jokes. And my wife can verify this. You never take anything serious. Who wants to take shit serious anyways? Nobody. I hate taking shit serious. Ugh. I love joking around. It's about living life, baby. Oh, you gotta pay bills. Oh, you're a bad example. Fuck that. I'm living life. That's my example. I'm goofing off. Who doesn't like a little wet willy? You know? Who doesn't like... Huh? Who doesn't like a little Indian burn on the arm? Ouch, ouch. Can you even say that anymore? I don't even know if you could say Indian burn anymore. Am I gonna get in trouble for that? Oh my god, he said it. Oh my goodness gracious. How could he? I could, and I would. Did you know that Eiffel, did you know the Eiffel, I can't say it. I'm officially tard. I'm officially a tard. I can't say it. The Alpha tire. Oh, guys, I'm really having the Alpha. I can't say it. The Alpha tire. You know the tower in France. The Alpha. The Eiffel. Oh my God. I'm having a brain fart here. The Eiffel Tower. You know, the Eiffel Tower in France. The tower, the Eiffel Tower. You know it shrinks by 6 inches in the winter? Hey, me too. Well, if you can't say it, you can't do the fucking joke, can you? Alpha. Is it Alpha Tire? Why can I say? I'm saying Alpha Tire. What the fuck is Eiffel Tire? That's like, you know, tires that show off the muscles? Yeah. Hey, bro. Anyways, did you hear about the guy who got gangrene on his penis and it fell off? True story. You can look it up. This guy in England somehow his penis turned black one day. He's like, yeah, it was the scariest thing. I'm sitting there like this. Yeah, that is fucking scary. I don't want gangrene anywhere near my private areas. By the way, if your dick starts turning black, how do you not notice that either? He's like, yeah, just one day it started falling apart. What? Don't you look at your dick and, shake hands with it every day? Maybe I have a problem. Actually, I don't mind touching it once in a while, but not all the time, especially in front of people. You have those friends? There's people out there. I have a friend always touching his junk, through his pants, like while we're talking. Hey, this is him. I'm talking. Hey. Yeah, so anyways, and he's like, I'm like, dude, we're talking about social economics here. And he's like, hey, I do that in private, Anyways, this guy, his penis falls off, and for a while he goes without a penis. And then I guess after 5 years, he's like, I kind of want a penis. I'm like, no one could save this guy. Like, he was meant to have his penis fall off. This guy's not the brightest guy in the world. But somehow, I don't know if it was Xavier from X-Men, somehow the doctors created a penis on his arm. Right here. Right here. I swear to God, they started growing a penis on his arm. You can look up the article. And they want to put the penis eventually down there as a replacement. Now, here's my thing. Why not just connect the tubes from down there to the arm? I'd rather have a penis on the arm than down there. Can you imagine having a penis on the arm? Zing, zing. You just pee like this. I could have a cup. I could pee wherever. Way easier than, I mean, it's still easy. Sorry, ladies. Can't complain, but how cool would a penis be on the arm? I mean, you'd always have to wear long sleeves, but I don't know. I mean, maybe not in Europe, right? Cops, they say they don't want to kill us, but they put those speed limit signs with the blinding strobe light. Have you seen those? You're driving down the road, maybe you're going a couple miles over the speed limit, and that light goes, dun, 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 dun. I'm getting blinded because I'm a little lit, but I was thinking, if I had, what's the thing where you see the light and you freak out? Seizures? If I had a seizure issue and I saw that light, I'd go off the road. These cops do want to kill us. I don't need to be at the disco on the highway. No music. Not a fan of silent discos. I'm blinded. The other day, I'm just blinded by this light. I'm like, cool. Fan of Elton John, don't want to relive the song. Blinded by the light, about to crash my car into the night. By the way, a beautiful face attracts more people than a beautiful body, according to a scientific survey. Well, that's a lie. We all know the body attracts more people. Come on. What are you doing a survey with fat people? What are you doing a survey with old people? Oh, it's what's in the inside that counts. Oh, really? Because you gotta breed with this person the rest of your life. You better like the backside or the front side. It's not about the face. I mean, a face helps. But you know how many people I've seen with people that have ugly faces but great bodies? We used to have a term back in the day, butterface. But her face. Hey, ladies probably had the same thing for us, okay? But his face, right? By the way, that should be in the name of this podcast, by the way, BTW. By the way, this podcast is sponsored by Silver Tongue Audio. Did you know that? Silver Tongue Audio is the best thing that's ever happened in this podcast. They put us on the map. They are a huge website that has a bunch of different podcasts. It's basically a podcast label. You go to silvertongueaudio.org. Yes, .org. So much cooler than .com or .edu. Especially cooler .edu. Ugh, nerd alert. You go there, and then you click on podcasts, and you're going to see mine, Midnight in the Bay. And guess what's great about Silver Tongue? They give you everything for free. Here you go. Have fun. Want you to enjoy life. So all my episodes are free there. They also have another podcast on there called Dazed and Disturbed. It's basically this guy who shines light on dark subjects with the help of Mary Jane. It's fascinating and fun. All free downloads there. Just, here you go. And then this other podcast on there, NPC Podcast. Bunch of free downloads. There you go. NPC Podcast. NPC stands for Non-Player Character Podcast. And basically, it just has to do with video games. These hosts, there's like 4 of them. They talk about what's trending in the video game world. They talk about old school video games. Anything that has to do with video games, they talk about. It's fun, it's entertaining, and it's something you can listen to while you play video games, right? Well, double video game action. So go to Silver Tongue Audio and have fun with the free shit. SilvertongueAudio.org. You know you're white when you drink sparkling water. Plants, did you know this? Plants know when they're being eaten. Crazy, right? Once the vegans find this out, they're going to have nothing to eat. What's going to be left? Rocks? Pebbles? Algae? You can't eat the animals. Can't eat the plants now. It's like, let's lighten up a little bit. Stop reading so many books, so many documentaries. Let's just eat. It's here for a reason, right? This is how people become vegan. They watch too many documentaries or read too many books. They say ignorance is bliss. Ignorance can also help you keep the cheeseburger around. Ignorance can also help you not be paranoid about every little thing. If you're reading about everything and watching documentaries about everything, you're going to be like, oh, there's germs on that. Cows know when we're fucking eating their asshole. That guy could be a pervert or pedophile. It's going to be too much for you. And your brain's going to go like that. And people don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. So, stop reading. Stop watching so many documentaries, okay? I like to play video games because I know they're not real. And I also like to pop pimples. Have you ever popped a pimple recently? Look at these. I've left scars. I don't care. Scar my head up. I'm a man. A scar on a man is so badass. Now, if you're a chick and you're popping pimples, then, oh my God, I love itching the eye too. But every time you itch the eye, you gotta make sure you clear it. That's the worst when you have one of those eye boogers and then someone goes, you got something right there. And it's like, ugh, sorry, that's gross. I'm really sorry I ruined your tuna fish. Guys, I'm giving you life-changing advice and telling you stuff. Plants, animals, oh well. It was here. Thanks, Zeus. But that pimple, you pop a pimple on your head, it's great. Love it. You know who likes to pop pimples? David Blaine. Have you seen that guy? I'm David Blaine. That guy for sure does heroin. I'm David Blaine. Magic. This guy, he just announced that he's doing he's gonna be holding on to a bunch of balloons going across the Hudson River from New Jersey to New York. And my first thought is like, that's how bad the driving is in New York. This guy's got to get a bunch of balloons and go across the river. Then I'm thinking, is New Jersey that bad? I need to stay in Jersey. Then I'm thinking, this guy watched the movie Up, and he thinks, hey, I can make a second movie called Across. Okay, David, I see you. I see you, guy. I noticed my son was shaking the table with my glass of water on it. And I go, hey, watch the drink. So he did. He stared at the drink. He's still watching it. It's great. Finally got silence. You hear anything? Keep doing it, Nick. My son was crying and told me that he's been getting bullied at school. Just started school this week. Online. Yeah, I told him I'd ease up on the wet willies and Indian burns. Listen, guy, you gotta train him for school. And I'm sorry, I want to give my kid the best training so when he goes back, he's not like this. He's ready. He's good to go. You know what I mean? And if you do stuff to him like wet willies, Indian burns, fart in his face, now he knows what to do to combat a bully. Oh, I just do it back. Yeah, fart in his face. I don't know. Get out of here, Ted. Simulating school is something all parents should do. If you're not fucking with your kid and acting like you're 7 and you don't like your parents and so you got to take it out on them, then you're not doing your kid justice. It's that simple. Guys, I'm not smart at all. I smoke too much, I drink too much, I watch too much TV. It's common sense. You know? This is what you have to do to become a teacher in your kid's life. You have to analyze and say, he's not going to just be on the computer. It's time for me to act like a kid because I like goofing around. Let's boogie. My kid, speaking of my kid, I don't know if you guys got kids or if you see this, I'm sure you do. There's not too many kids that don't play video games. Am I right? There is always those kids, though, that have the parents that ban video games, and those kids always turn out weird. Those kids, they end up drinking too much or smoking too much or banging too much because they weren't allowed to do anything that stimulated them. They read, they did piano. It's like, no kid wants to do that. That's what adults do. Oh, hey, Billy, you want to play the violin? No. I want to go throw TP and pants my friend. And we knew a couple like that. Oh, what's Johnny doing? Oh, he just learned Beethoven's 5th Symphony. He's 6. He's not playing with any of the kids. You see these kids, those smart ones that aren't video games too much, they can't hang out with any kids. They're loners because other kids don't do that. And the parents are like, oh, he's doing great in school. Oh, really? Because he's in the weird kid table. He has no friends. He's going to take his friend to prom. I'm not going to take a chick. I don't get it. I meet these really smart parents, and it's just like, you're not really smart. Maybe you're good at reading books and words, but life, you're not. Have you met those people? They're like, I got this degree. I'm over here. You're talking on the wall. They're just so scatterbrained. They're like, some of them are really quiet too. And you're like talking, hey, how about the Red Sox and stuff? Oh, I don't watch baseball. And they're like really quiet after that. It's like awkward. It's fun meeting new parents. But my kid, just like other kids, he gets so excited for video games. It's like watching a crackhead get excited for picking up a new bag. Hey, when do I get to play? Is that a play? Oh, it's time for me to play. And there's this kid full on sprints to the video games, and he talks to it too. I'm like, you're doing a great job, kid. Keep up the work. You're gonna eventually move up to the fun stuff called drugs. And that's when you start the DARE program. And my DARE program, we're actually starting it in a couple weeks here at the house. It's me doing every drug in front of him just to scare him out. You know what I mean? I'll probably OD in front of him just so he won't do it. Because that's the thing. If you scared your kids, like they had that show, Scared Straight, that scared people into not being gay. No. I bet you a lot of people thought that's what that show was about. No, it scared people in being good, right? I remember I saw one episode where the kid walked in the jail, right? They bring the kids in the jail people, the inmates, they scare them into not doing bad things and to live a good life, right? I remember the kid walks in and the guy goes, looks like I got a fresh butthole to fuck. I was like, I don't know if you should be saying that to kids, you know what I mean? But hey, that would scare me as a kid. I'd be terrified. I would have been crying. Thank God I was on that show. But I'm gonna just do the full, don't do drugs, kid. You know, and he won't. My kid will grow up great. And people are going to be coming to me when he's older. Oh my God, how did you do such a good job? Got the list right here. Follow it to the T. Oh my God, this stuff is crazy. Can't believe I did that on camera. You ever see that? The ball players, they forget they're on camera and they're picking it and, you know. It's funny, those guys get so used to the cameras. Did you see this Oakland A's manager? He's having fun with the guys and he does the Hitler salute. You know, just joking around with the guys. They know he's not serious. And they get him right on camera. The owner of the A's is a Jewish guy. And they're like, what the hell are you thinking? You know, this guy's a goofball. He coaches baseball for a living. You know, this guy doesn't know what's going on. But you have to be aware of the cameras. You always going to be thinking of the camera because you'd be, you know, eating it. And then the whole world sees it. And you're the Hitler booger eater, you know? You know, kids nowadays, they aren't going to know what it's like to have Hell Week in August. Hell Week is the 2 weeks that train you for the upcoming high school football season. They just moved the season to the spring. You know what Hell Week is in the spring? A week. Oh, look, flowers. No, Hell Week should be hot. Like, Hell Week should be going on right now. If the season was going on, it'd be going on right now. It'd be 107, no flowers are growing, dirt. Just, that's man weather. These kids are not going to be prepared. They're going to be skipping in the spring, giving each other flowers. It's not going to be the same sport. You know, it's sad. It really is. I remember we had a guy on our team. He went to go visit his grandparents in the summer. You know, you always do that trip, help the grandparents out with stuff. Well, I guess he was cleaning out their attic, and there was a bunch of mold and asbestos that he got in his lungs from being up there too much. And so we used to run these 200-yard sprints. And I'm telling you, they were so bad, by the end of it, I would have guys pushing me, come on, because there'd be times, and I couldn't do it. I was never a runner. I'm not a runner, I'm a lover. So this guy, he's there next to me, right? The black mold guy. And he keels over and passes out. And he's on the field. We gotta call an ambulance. It's 108 out. Turns out, Grandma shouldn't have him in the attic. Grandma should have him in the family room, cleaning the glass, you know? Grandma took advantage of that kid. But you know what? If Grandma was up there, she would have died. A young kid can take a little mold on the lungs. You know what I mean? My wife's always worried about, you know, the window seals. Oh, there's a little black on them. That's good for the kid. A little mold in the lung toughens you up, you know? Unless you're doing 200-yard sprints, then it's deadly. Speaking of kids, I remember, you know, you always had these kids you meet. I had this one friend, he'd always go, well, if you love it so much, why don't you kiss it and marry it? Yeah, don't think I'm gonna be kissing or marrying a frog, Eddie. Eddie was an imaginary friend. My wife, love her to death. Just the apple of my eye. My wife says a lot with the window open. The other day, she's got the window open and she's got the headphones on while talking to her friend, so she's even louder. And she goes over a bunch of stuff with her friend, you know, childhood memories, essential oils. And then she starts talking about me to her, and she goes, she thinks in a joking way, but it came out serious. She goes, hey, can you come over here and kill Alex? Because I'm getting on her nerves. she doesn't realize how serious she sounds. And everyone can hear her. The neighborhood, everyone can hear her. And I'm thinking, that neighborhood kid next door, he's thinking, well, I know what house I shouldn't be doorbell ditching. It's like, hey, babe, I don't need the whole neighborhood to know that I have skid marks on my boxers. You know, she's just, you gotta see this poop on his underwear, grown man. I'm like, I don't need Venezuela and her husband to be giggling when I walk out to the car, you know? Horrible. Love the wife, don't like the yelling with all the windows open. I'm actually a very private person. If I'm gonna talk about stuff, I don't need to have everything open. You know, that's why I do the podcast. Oh my goodness. You know, it's a lot tougher nowadays because there's less things to do. So like I've been at the house more, you know, and I think we've all been getting on each other's nerves, all three of us, the kid, the wife. I think it's part of it, you know. Whatever though, I guess it'll make us stronger or it'll break us. I think my kid wants a divorce from us. He's like annoyed by both my wife and I. He can't hang out with any kids, you know? You know, all the kids got COVID. He hangs out with his friends, they're gonna be, you know, and then we all got it, right? I was thinking about this, you know, you look for work and you're upset you don't have a job, and then you get a job and you're upset. You know, it's a lose-lose situation. But I was thinking about this with working. And this is a terrifying thought. I want to know if anyone has this thought or has thought about this. I have no skills to offer anyone. I don't. The only skills I can offer someone, lying, stealing, eating, sleeping, pooping, sleeping. I mean, maybe I could be tested at a lab. Let's just test a bunch of shit on this guy. He has nothing to offer. Is that depressing? That's depressing. No, it's just funny. I honestly think like Mexicans have more skills than me. Like immigrants that come over, I can't be upset. These guys got doctor degrees from India. They know how to build fences and walls, you know. I don't know how to build a wall. What the fuck? I'd be like this, you know. I I guess I'm gonna have to like find a skill. There's just a bunch of skills I wish they thought were a skill. Like there's so many things I could put on my resume that I'm good at, but I think just people wouldn't be accepting. Like I'm great at masturbating. I'm wonderful at it, but I don't know if Toys R Us wants to know that, you know. I don't know if Target is looking for someone that's great at that. Hey, can you get over in aisle 15 and really make a mess there for us? I'm gonna spook out the customers. You know, but there's things I wish I could put on there. Like, I'm great at overeating at night. I'm the best at it. What food or restaurants can I hire me if I put that? Oh my god, this guy loves eating. Like, hide the food. Don't have this guy work here. That's why I couldn't work at a food place. I've never worked at a food place, and there's a reason. I love food. I'd be eating shit. If I worked at a Subway or something, I'd be like, one for me, one for you. The customers would be like, what the fuck? But then they would understand because I'm fat, you know? So, people are understanding. But people aren't understanding with the resume stuff, you know? So I have to lie and say I'm a good communicator. I've done good things. Oh, you know, lying on a resume can get you in a lot of places. The best thing you can do is put down businesses that are out of business. Like, how are they ever going to follow up with them? Like, oh, I see here you worked at Blockbuster, was regional manager, Employee of the Year, 5 years in a row. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right, see here you worked at Sears. Manager. Again, Employee of the Year, 5 years in a row. I'm the best. You know, you gotta lie if you want to get ahead. I don't know if you guys knew that. Did you guys know that? You have to lie to get ahead. What's that saying you always heard from your mom or your dad? You gotta fake it to make it. You mean you gotta lie? That's what you're telling me. I was so confused as a kid. They're like, fake it to make it, and then they say, don't lie. I remember I took a 20 out of my mom's wallet, and she asked me if I did. I said, no. And then she goes, why'd you lie to me? And I go, you told me to fake it to make it. I'm not going to make it if I tell you. I got to get down to 7-Eleven and get a Shirley Temple. By the way, I don't know if you've ever noticed this. Have you ever hung out with an animal lover? Look at the tits on that squirrel. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm going to go find a new friend. Animal people are creepy. I love dogs. Back off. They're like covered in hair. They're like, I love cats. They're like, now you look like a cat. There's cats all over you. You know, what about the people that they love animals so much, all their clothes are animals? Like, you'll just see a t-shirt, it's like, cat head, cat head, cat head, cat. Oh, we get it. Maybe Cindy should find a boyfriend. But then you see those people and you think, they don't have a spouse or a boyfriend, girlfriend. Maybe they like animals. And here's my thing. If you like animals so much and you do want to marry it, you should. Right? Maybe my imaginary friend was right. I forgot to tell you, I'm a tard fart. Didn't know if I mentioned that to you. And I wanted to tell you guys something. You know what's worse? Or, it's not worse, but you know what's up there with AIDS and famine? Your back being wet when you put on a t-shirt. Guys, I got out of the shower, forgot to dry the back. What a disaster that was. I put on the shirt, oh my God, so uncomfortable. I was like, And you know what's even more uncomfortable? You better put the tater tots down. Pooping when you have a wet butt out of the shower. I hate that. My stomach, my Uranus, it will play tricks with me. It will know I'm going in the shower. Oh, he's getting ready to go in the shower. Let's not tell him he needs to poop now. Let's tell him when he gets out, when he's fresh and clean and wet down there. Yeah. I hate when he does that to me. Because then I get out and it's like, that is uncomfortable. Oh, a wet shit? Ugh. And now you're not clean anymore. Now you gotta go back in there. That's why I like to shit in the shower. If you're gonna do that to me, stomach, I'll play your game. You got the drain right there. I just squat over the drain. Well, now that you guys are throwing up, I probably should get going here. I just want to let you guys know this podcast has been sponsored by Oversized Nipples. Oversized Nipples is an amazing thing. Only a certain amount of people have them. Oh, if I could show you, if I showed you my nipples, YouTube would ban me. But this podcast is sponsored by them, so I can't say no to the sponsorship. This podcast is taking a weird turn, that's for sure. This podcast is also sponsored by Casio. Casio has been helping us with the music here. Oh my gosh, helping us, baby. Yeah, helping us groove. Guys, you have been great. My family makes me wear these glasses in the house and a mask. I'm such a dirty fuck. So let's put our stuff on. This has been episode 143 of the Midnight in the Bay podcast. Thanks for joining. I'll keep you updated with shows. Hit me up on Instagram _Alex Woody Comedy. You can also email me, midnightinthebay@gmail.com. midnightinthebay@gmail.com. Love you guys. Stay cool.